Hi and welcome to all the viewers around the globe joining us for this pre-recorded show, and it is recorded early doors on a Tuesday morning for the Wednesday meeting at Hollywoodbets Scottsville. First race draw for 12:40. In studio, Rahil with me. Rahil, how are you doing and what do you make of the card?
Yeah, all good, thanks, Sheldon. I think it's a very tricky card on Wednesday at Hollywoodbets Scottsville. I think the exotics could be the way to go. Place accumulator, pick six, two nice exotic bets to get involved in. I think they're going to be worth some useful dividends come the end of the race meeting, and hopefully we can guide the guys in the right direction.
Right, let's get straight into the first race where the betting has number 12, Tulip Fields. That is your 9 to 10 favourite. Number 1, Love the USA. That is 11 to 2. So there's quite a gap between the favourite and the second favourite. And then we have number 3, Winter Blessing. So those are the top three in the betting. Rahil, looking at number 12, Tulip Fields, a well-bred daughter of Vercingetorix out of the Captain Elmer. Victoria Lavelle from the Dean Kenilworth stable. Eye-catching introduction when back in third, despite hampered and a saddle slip.
Yeah, things didn't go well for the filly on debut, Sheldon, and there was quite a bit of talk around her. I remember Dean Kenilworth did win the first race with that horse Aristocratic, and the Kenilworth double was truly on that day with the first two races. And Tula feels just awkward out the gates, and she just never seemed to get into a nice rhythm, which probably cost her at the end of the day. Beaten 2 lengths behind Mrs. Glitter Sparkles, she finished off the race in a nice manner. Her drop in trip to 1100 meters is quite interesting. I think that Dean Kenilworth probably believes that he has found the right type of race for her, and that she's more than capable of doing the business here in the first race. She's a filly that's possibly looking for 14, even a mile, but her ability could well pull her through. And when you have a look at the balance of the form runners, a few of them have sort of met each other in the past, and there's collateral form lines to work with. But I think number 12, Tulip Fields, on ability and on the word out on debut, this filly could certainly deliver the goods for Gavin Larena and Dean Kenilworth. Gavin, of course, looking to stretch his lead in the championship. Opera Fan coming through to win from that form line. Splash of Love placing. So I think she is the right horse in the race. And then you've got horses like Love the USA, Winter Blessing, On Song, and even Belligerent, who could fill up the minor positions.
Just talking about number 1, Love the USA, another interesting drop in trip. Last time out went to the head of affairs, lacked extra late on over 1400. They've employed Mxolisi Mbuto to take the 4 kgs off. So I think their plan over the 1100 meters is going to try and get a break on the freight of Tulip Fields.
Yeah, I think so. She's got the 4 kg advantage. She's got that inside gate, that inside running rail to assist her quite nicely. And after the speed that she showed last time out, she's a filly that could certainly be the biggest danger to number 12, Tulip Fields. It's interesting whether it was the decision of Garrett to engage the services of the 4 kg Appy, or whether Gavin Larena just chose number 12, Tulip Fields, preferred it over number 1, Love the USA. But yeah, perhaps the one horse does seem to be the immediate danger.
So there we go, race number 1, Tulip Fields versus Love the USA. Let's see who flies the flag highest of all in race number 1.
Race number 2, start off the place accumulator. 1000 meters is the distance for this maiden plate. 1:15 is the off time. Your favorite is number 7, Mfetu, at 18 to 10. Number 8, Exo Set, at 5 to 2 in the market. 5 to 2 about number 9, Broadwalk Breeze. Number 3, Cowboy Country, at 6 to 1. It's then 12 to 1 and Better Baldos. Now this is quite a nice maiden where numbers 3 and 8 will catch the eye. Number 3 was an 800,000 rand purchase as a yearling, and then number 8, Exoset, a well-bred son of Memas, and he could be absolutely anything on debut, could show any amount of speed. He's got an international pedigree, number 8, Exoset, and he comes from the Mike and Matthew de Kock yard. Callan Murray takes ride. And then we've got 2 horses that bring good form to the table, Mfetu and Broadwalk Breeze. Sheldon, so it's quite a nice maiden to get the place accumulator rolling.
100% right. When you look at the unraced runners, they could be anything in the making, and always an unraced horse is a very dangerous individual. They're exceptionally well bred. They got the trainers, they got everything right for them, and if they're good enough on the day, they might be able to make a winning debut. But what we have to work on is the form, and that's number 7, Mfetu, the Vercingetorix. They're absolutely flying at the moment. And it'll be so nice for Masawi, having a first run for the stable. Trevor Brown, after running behind Let's Go Lola when back in 5th, did show a lot of speed on that occasion over the 1100 metre trip, and on this occasion it's 1000 metres, which could suit even better. And the Hollywood team, the Hollywood racing team, they're looking for that big dream to come true on the day.
Yeah, absolutely. Looking to get that landmark win, and number 7 Infertu could be the horse to do just that. Out of a Captain Elmer Fiorella. Remember, she was trained by Duncan Hulls, and yeah, this horse put up a nice run on debut, showed quite a bit of speed. Gavin takes ride here for Vengi, and let's hope that all can fall into place. Number 9, Broadwalk Breeze, finished behind Chapbook last time out. Clickbait coming through to win from that form line. Mojave Prince did finish 2nd at his next start, so he's a horse that will keep you interested. Calvin Abib takes a ride for Paul Lafferty, has to be included. And then if there's any support for numbers 3 or 8, I think that needs to be taken into serious consideration. Both horses could show up well over the minimum trip on debut. Cowboy Country, half brothers to Pistol Pete, and then number 8 Exocet Memas, who did very well as a 2-year-old before being retired after stud. He won over 1,000 and 1,200. So in terms of leg 1 of the PA, Sheldon, what's your numbers here?
I'd bank a number 7 Infertu. I think he's good enough to be in the top 3, and the Vercingetorix, I'll be happy to go out if he doesn't run the top 3, Rahil.
That's number 7 Infertu in leg number 1 for Sheldon. I've got respect for both 3 and 8, and then I'm just going to include number 9 Broadwalk Breeze into the play as well. So that's the second race on the card.
Welcome back as we move on to race number 3. And race number 3 will go around the turn over 1,400 metres, and this is due off at a time of 13:50. Looking at the anti-post betting, the first time of the well-bred number 1 Gallop Victor is your 18-10 favourite. Here's another Vercingetorix out of the Western Wintermare Scala Lane. 1.8 million rand purchase for the Kaya Stables, who won the Hollywoodbets Durbanville, obviously with their top horse. And this is a horse who could be anything. Gavin Arena has been employed to ride this from draw 1. And more often than not, Dean Cannemeyer gets it right when he steps his horses around the turn over the 1,400. I'd say about 70% of the time we've seen his top horses come out and make winning debuts over these trips. So he'll definitely be the horse that'll be of interest. But number 3, Director, has the racing experience, second to Blackjack Randall last time out, and is a horse who did find support, another one for the Hollywood racing. So they'll be looking for the Master of My Fate to do them justice. And Gareth van Zyl and the team, they've set some records, they've put their goals very, very high, and that'll be the immediate danger. And then after that, I think you can make a case for a couple of runners. But if number 1, Gallop Victor, if he has the ability, I think he'll just about win this race.
Yeah, Sheldon, I think it's just a 2-horse race. In terms of the pick 6, the first leg, I think you can go light and bank number 3, Director. And if the race runner does win, I think Director will... Andres runner does win, I think Director will run second. But if you're looking to go 2 horses and to guarantee yourself coming through, I think 1 and 3 are more than good enough. Number 1, Gallop Victor, he's a half brother to Good Traveller. We all know did very well as a 2-year-old and hasn't particularly hit the heights as he's gone on in age. He's a horse that runs late on in the card, in fact, Good Traveller. But this was Gallop Victor, as you mentioned, 1.8 million rand purchase. He draws the ace, 1,400 metres. Dean Cannemeyer has done very well with his juveniles this season, and this horse certainly ticks a lot of boxes on debut. And then Director seems to be improving nicely with racing. Ran second, a clear second behind Blackjack Randall last time out. But he is a horse that will keep you interested. So I think 1 and 3, Place Accumulator, Bipod and Pick 6, those are the horses to play around here. When you look at the balance, nothing really inspires much confidence. So I think those 2 horses should be good enough to get you through the third race on the program over 1,400 metres. Race number 4, start of Jackpot 1. This is a class 4 over 1,400 metres. 2 is the off time. Favourite, number 7, Rooster Bradshaw, trading at 22-10. Number 1, Kimball O'Hara, is an 11-2 shot. Dancing on a Cloud at 6-1. 13-2. Number 9, Give That Man a Bell's Danube at 7-1, along with Ralph the Rascal. And then it is double figure odds about the balance. Sheldon, race number 4 seems to be a tricky race.
Looks to be an exceptionally tricky race for Hills, so I would suggest to the viewers out there, throw into your exotics as much as your budget will allow. but I'm going to be loyal. This horse, Ralph the Rascal, has done exceptionally well for me. I just seem to catch him on the right days. Last time out, he was priced up around 14 to 1. I know he is better on the poly, it appears, but he's now got 2 wins on the turf, so that opens new dimensions for him. And Bowen Corbo's doing a tremendous job. And another one for the Hollywood Racing. So each and every runner, they'll be screaming home and looking for that big victory on the day. This is a horse who knows how to read and write. He's an 8-year-old, give me the green light. He's a 6-time winner, having his 61st run on the day. Ridden by Brevin Plykies, takes the 1.5 kilograms off the back. If it wasn't for the draw, I'd be a little bit more confident, but his racing style, I don't think that a draw 1 to 6 would actually really suit him real.
Yeah, that's number 11. Yeah, good value last time out, and I thought it was a very, very nice ride as well from Brevin to get this horse home, beating Messalina in that apprentice race over the 1400 meter trip. 8-year-old that's clearly still loving his racing, and only gone up 3 points for that victory. This horse, Rooster Bradshaw, I think he's a worthy favourite. I like the manner in which he won last time out. I thought it was a very good ride from Samanga Kumalo to get him home. He's gone up to 5 points for that victory when beating Voldemort. He's a winner over course and distance. He's second up after a rest. And the yard of Duncan Howes have got the horses ticking over quite nicely. So I think Rooster Bradshaw is definitely the horse that they possibly all need to beat. Then when you have a look at the balance, this horse, give that man a bells. One of these days he's going to pop up, and he's on a mark of 70, carrying 55 kgs on the back, nice galloping weight. And when you just have a look at how the race could be run, I think that this horse could certainly get to the head of affairs. The gate speed that he shows is quite quick, and I think that if he gets into a nice rhythm early on, he's a horse that they're going to all need to go and fetch. And then this horse, Grand Appeal, I like the manner in which he finished off his race last time out behind Gorgeous Guy. He steps up in trip to 1400 meters. I think he's been crying out for the trip. He's been sprinting for most of his career, barring his debut effort. Awkward draw to contend with, but if he has a bit of luck in running from gate number 12, I can definitely see him finishing off his race quite nicely, and he's at 16 to 1 in the market, so could represent a bit of each way value for trifectas and quartet. So 2, 9 and 12, the 3 horses that I'm going to be looking to play around here in terms of place accumulators and bipots. And then you had number 11, Ralph the Rascal, the horse that Sheldon likes. This horse, Dancing on a Cloud, I'm sure you remember him on debut when third behind Messalina, did things awfully wrong, and then he dominated. I mean, it was a commanding victory beating Limelight Legend, but he hasn't been the same since.
Yes, he just seemed to have gone a little bit off colour. I see they're trying a set of blinkers at this stage. And he's a horse who's probably got the ability, still maturing and growing into that frame of his. When he won exceptionally well. The debut performance speaks for itself. So he's a horse that you have to give healthy respect to. And then Rahil, another horse that I've got to throw in is number 4, Burning Man. He did me a tremendous favour at 33 to 1 when he won, beating Run to Rio by over 4 lengths on that occasion. So I'm going to go loyalty-wise with Ralph the Rascal and Burning Man to include into exotics. But when push comes down to shove, not a very easy race at all. Welcome back as we journey on to race number 5, and this will be over 1600 meters. 1500 hours is the carded off time. And keep a close eye on number 3, Tobacconist from the MJ Oudendal stable. Let's see how this Son of Flower Alley is going to do on the day after running second to Tamaris in a much higher grade last time. The average rating was a 90. And I just feel that this Son of Flower Alley is going to put them to bed here. I think he's going to take some beating. Although number 5, Uzwana, comes with some really good credentials. He's won 3 already. He'll be looking for the hat trick. And in his favour, he's got plenty in his favour. He's a 3-year-old. He's improving. The Dean Canamere outfit have really turned the corner. So I'm going to once again be with the Hollywood Racing team. Number 3, Tobacconist, and number 5, Uzwana. And then what do you make of number 6, Bristol Hercules? I've been following this horse for a while now. He did win beating Golden Peace a while back. Super consistent. And it would be no surprise to see this horse in the winner's enclosure hill.
Yeah, Sheldon, this horse has got some very nice form to his name. It's been a while between drinks for him. Last beat Golden Peace around this time last year. over 1600 meters in a Pinnacle Stakes, in fact over course and distance. So it could be the right type of race for him. It was a good effort last time out behind the Sundance Kid, just finding 1-2 good on the day. I thought it was a very good run considering how game Sundance Kid was in victory. And I think he's a horse that will certainly keep punters interested. The race could be run to suit him with there being so much of speed on the likes of Terminator likely to go forward, Go Grace and Go. So horses from those deep gates are likely to press forward, and that's going to suit the horses that's drawn on the inside. As Sheldon alluded to, number 3, Tobacconist. Uzwana will certainly be suited by the speed being on. He's come good of late. He won his last 2, both being on the poly track. So we'll see whether he can confirm that form now that he's back on turf, where he's had 6 goals for 1 win and 1 second. His best form does seem to be on the poly, but he's a horse that did win his maiden on the turf, so he'll certainly keep one interested. He's on a mark of 90. Then this horse, Serpentine Fire, well, I thought it was a very good win last time out when beating Terminator. He is worse off at the weights. He's gone up to 4 points, but he's drawn in gate number 1, which is going to make a huge difference. He's going to be a lot closer to the speed, and I think that he's got to go into absolutely everything, number 1, Serpentine Fire. So I think he's definitely a major runner. And then, as I mentioned, Go Grace and Go Terminator, horses that are in good form and you can't ignore. So all in all, I think it's a very competitive race. I don't think it's a race where you can get away with a limited spend. 1, 3, 5, 6, 10 and 11, the short list.
Well, that's our short list. I'm going to stick with Rahil. I'm not going to argue a thing. I'm not going to go against him. Let's go with those numbers and let's hope we survive.
Race number 6, Class 5, 1100 meters, the trip, 15:35 is the off time. Favorite, number 8, Prankster, trading at 5-2. Teriyaki at 7-2. Now I Got You, Sheldon's old friend, at 4-1, along with Willow Gem at 6-1, and Better Those. Sheldon, Now I Got You, is he still your mate?
He's my mate after winning 2 in a row, because I got to say, "Nah, I got you," when he won those 2. It'd been an absolute eternity that I've been following him. My bank balance was coming to the end of its tether. So I decided, last chance saloon. And he came through and he beat Glamours 4-1. He around 28-10, race time. So the money came, he won well. He then followed up beating 1 Irish Rover. And then after that, a fair 4th behind Indecent Proposal. And then 3rd to Rooster Bradshaw. And on that last run, the average rating was a 75. On his day, he'll put the field to sleep. But it depends which Now I Got You rocks up at the track. Also, a little bit of a concern for me is the 1100. Had it been 1200, I'd be a little bit more confident, because he's a horse who just seems to take a little bit of extra time to change those legs, get into the gears and find his full momentum. But I'm going to go with number 3, Now I Got You, as my first selection. So he will be the horse they have to beat. And then number 8, Prankster. I remember calling that race last time out, and I couldn't believe my eyes how fast she was going. She was absolutely scorching along. I mean, Samanga Kamalo let her slide. She went 6, 7, even maybe 8 lengths clear at one stage, and the race was over at the 400.
He caught them all napping that day.
100%.
They were all sleeping behind him, and they weren't alert to the fact that she had gone so far clear. So superb ride from Bling to get this filly home. She's gone up 4 points for that victory. And it wouldn't be a surprise to see her go in again. But I like this horse a lot. Number 9, Teriyaki, from the Tony Rivlin yard. 4 kgs off the back. Last time out, Mkolisi Mbuto, he ran on Breeders' Day, and this horse wasn't able to claim the 4. Cracking run behind Tara Star. That was a far stronger race than what he does meet here. And it's a smart move by Tony Rivlin to keep the young apprentice aboard. He could have easily gone for a more senior jock, despite the big weight of 63 on the back, but he's gone for weight off just to help this horse a bit. And in this type of company, given his recent form, that run to Future Flow, that run to Tara Star, if he has to reproduce those 2 efforts, I think he's good enough to win in this race with 59 kgs on a mark of 72. I think that's a right mark. Having a look at his rating, he touched a 76, so he's dropped 4 points now. And I think this is the right race for him. And then number 7, Willow Gem, the 2-year-old filly. I think this is a filly that could, I think she could win a fair share of races. Not disgraced behind Quickstep Gal last time out in the Devonair Stakes and in the Strelitzia 2 starts back. She's got a big weight to shoulder, 62.5. Not going to be easy having to concede weight all around here, but she is a horse that has shown to have a bit of ability, and I wouldn't be surprised if she were to run into trifectas and quartets. Top choice for you?
I'm going to go now. I got you from Teriyaki.
3 and 9 for Sheldon in race number 6. I'm going to take my chances in the place accumulator, banker number 9, Teriyaki. I think it's a smart move here by Tony Rivelin to keep the 4 kg apprentice aboard.
Next up will be race number 7, penultimate race of the afternoon, if you are looking to play the last double on the card. And I can tell you race number 7 is going to be one of the hotter races of the day. Looking at the betting, quite a bit of activity. Number 8, Riverstone, Nicholas Patel for the Gareth Van Zyl stable. From 6 to 1 down 4 to 1. Number 1, Good Traveller, my selection, a horse I've been waiting for, went for last time at 25 to 1 each way. From 6 to 1 down 5 to 1. He's run at the highest level, number 1, Good Traveller. Number 10, Mapaka, very interesting runner, 6 to 1 down 5 to 1. Number 2, Katiwe's Destiny is 5 to 1 with number 6, License to Thrill, and number 11, Gorgeous Guy, also at 6 to 1. I'm going to get the conversation rolling with number 1, Good Traveller. Rachel Venica takes the valuable 1.5 kilograms off the back, and Rahil with 57 kgs. Once upon a time, he was a 120. He's raced against the best of them, and I think that number 1 draw could be significant for a horse like Good Traveller.
You know, Sheldon, this was a proper horse as a 2-year-old and a 3-year-old, but he just hasn't been able to find his best form as he's gone on in age. As I mentioned earlier when we spoke about his half-brother, he did win last year, beating Mr. Master Starter. I thought it was a nice win. He's on that exact same mark of 93. And the last time out, this is what it means. I mean, that horse, how well has he come from the MJ Ordendale yard? He's come through and franked his own piece of form when winning at his next start. This horse remains on a mark of 93. Course and distance suited. He'll certainly be up in the firing line. I'm going to make License to Thrill the roving banker for me. Last time out, maybe just a bit too far off his ground. He finished 6 behind Soho Star in what was quite a useful race. 3rd to Vion's Web. That run in the In Full Flight stakes to Otaniqua was a cracking effort when in 6th spot. He's a horse that maybe the handicapper could just have his measure on a mark of 93, but I think he's good enough to be included into all bets here. He's going to be the roving banker, trifectas and quartets, course and distance suit. All 4 victories have come here at Hollywoodbets Scottsville, so I think he's a horse that will give you another honest run for your money, and at 5 to 1 he shouldn't be too far off the action. Healthy respect for number 1, Good Traveller. Number 8, Riverstone, interesting to see him as the top one at 4 to 1 in the market. When you have a look at his last 2 starts behind Vion's Web, it's going to be interesting to see how he goes against License to Thrill. They meet on similar weight terms. He's just half a kg better off on on his last start to License to Thrill, and he's, for all that he's shown to date, he's had 3 goals at Hollywoodbets Scottsville, but he's yet to earn a check. So interesting that he's a top one here. And then this horse, Mapaka, he showed plenty as a 2-year-old. I remember when he beat My Boy Lollipop, that was a dominant performance, and he's run against some useful sorts. Back in KZN, he's being gelded, and he's a horse that he could be ready to go after that break.
100% right. He's a horse who could be anything in the making. He did win at Hollywoodbets Scottsville when beating My Boy Lollipop very impressively. Obviously had a little stop-start here and there, but a horse that has definitely got the ability. But I'm certainly looking forward to this race because number 1, Good Traveller, he's a horse who can certainly run on his day, and if he decides to bring his A game to the race course, he'll be the horse to beat. But you heard from Rahil, horses like License to Thrill, Riverstone, Mapaka, the list goes on and on. You can't include them all. I'm going to rove Good Traveller, and Rahil, you going to rove?
License to Thrill.
There we go. License to Thrill and Good Traveller. Rove those in all your bets, and let's hope we get lucky.
Race number 8, final race on the day. This is a class 4 over 1200 meters. 16:45 is the off time. Number 5, Moyawala Liga tops the betting boards here at 7 to 2. Master of the Desert at 4 to 1. 9 to 2 about Mar del Plata. And then it is 6 to 1 and Better Baldos. Not an easy race to wrap up proceedings, but I think the quartet could be worth a fair dividend. The horses that I'm going to touch on: 3, My Archangel; number 5, Moya Walla Liga; number 6, In the Bag; and number 12, Master of the Desert. Those are the 4 horses that I'm going to be looking to play around, but I'm going to make the top choice for me in this race number 3, My Archangel, followed by number 6, In the Bag. Now, number 3, My Archangel, last time out showed plenty of speed behind Gimme the Good Life. Handicappers eased him in the ratings, now on a mark of 78, and I think the straight course at Hollywoodbets Scottsville is going to suit him down to the ground. When you have a look at his good runs to date, they've both been at Hollywoodbets Kenilworth. 1 up the lane when second to Honor of Kings, and then when he went around the turn when beating Crescent in his maiden. So I think course and distance will suit him down to the ground, and I think now that the handicappers released him a few points, I think that this horse could certainly run a huge race. And then number 6, In the Bag. 1,000 meters was always going to be on the sharp side for him last time out, but he was absolutely low flying at the finish. He hit the line with plenty of intent. He's been eased a further point, now on a mark of 69. I think 1,200 meters is going to suit him quite nicely. The race will be run to suit, and he's a horse that will be doing his best work at the finish. So 3 and 8, the horse that's on speed and the horse that's going to be off speed. I'm hoping that these horses could sort of dominate you in race 8.
Yes, they could certainly dominate. Those are the horses that look to be the right ones in the race. Very interesting. I don't think Savannah is riding on the day. I think she's been medically indisposed. So I'm sure that Moya Walla Liga, they'll engage an apprentice, hopefully, take the 4 kgs off the back. But let's wait and see exactly what transpires. And then, Rahil, there's just one other runner that I want to touch on. This horse, number 7, Veldskun, the Australian imported son of Snitzel. Had the 2 local runs here for MJ Odendaal, and he just seems to have a winning recipe when it comes to these type of horses. He's had his 2 runs here behind Gimme the Good Life and Gorgeous Guy. Let's look at his rating. He's come down to a 74. And I just get the feeling at around 12 and 14 to 1 that number 7, Veldskun, he could be the dark horse in the race.
Yeah, I can certainly see the angle with this horse, Sheldon. I liked him last time out. I thought he was a touch disappointing behind Gorgeous Guy, but on that mark of 74, he's definitely worth an inclusion at about 12 to 1 in market. So yeah, it could be a nice race. And I found 2 8 to 1 shots. You found a 12 to 1 shot. Those could be some nice horses to play around here in the final race on the day. Final leg, place accumulator.
Final leg of the place accumulator. I think we're going to throw in number 5, Moya Walla Liga.
Yeah.
I'm going to throw in number 7, Veldskun. And then horses like number 9, Mardel Platter. And maybe number 12, Master of the Desert, if you want to be really on the safe side, Rahil.
Yeah, very, very tricky race to wrap up proceedings at Hollywoodbets Scottsville on Wednesday. 3, 5, 6, 7, 9, and 12 horses that you can play around. Sheldon likes the 7-horse Veldskun. I like number 3, My Archangel, and number 6, In the Bag. So those could be 3 horses that you possibly include in the play, and hopefully one of them could deliver the goods in race number 8. Certainly looks to be a tricky card. Sheldon, pushed into a corner, is there a best bet on the card?
I don't think pushed into a corner the best bet on the card. If there is going to be a best bet, very, very tricky. I wouldn't say there's a best bet or a bank on the card, so I'm not going to go that route.
Yeah, certainly seems to be quite a competitive day's race in Pietermaritzburg on Wednesday. But all the best. Hopefully we've managed to guide you in the right direction and you can find yourself in the winner's queue.